never made us write our first pen pal letters today. I got assigned to this kid named Mamadou Montpierre, and I guess he lives someplace in French. I know I'm supposed to write in French and Mamadou is supposed to write in English, but to be honest with you, writing in a foreign language is pretty hard. So I really don't see the need for both of us to stress out over this whole pen pal thing. Dear Mamadou, first of all, I think we should both just write in English to keep this thing simple. By the way, remember how I said I was gonna end up sitting on Manny's picky tinfoil ball thing? Well, I was half right. Rowley came over today to play video games, and he ended up sitting on it. I'm actually kind of relieved. To be honest with you, I lost track of that thing a couple of days ago, and I'm just glad it finally turned up. And in all the commotion, I threw Manny's gift in the garbage. But something tells me Mom wouldn't have stopped me this time. Wednesday. Roderick has an English paper due tomorrow, and Mom's actually making him do it himself for once. Roderick doesn't know how to type, so he usually writes his papers out on the notebook paper and then hands them off to Dad. But when Dad reads over Roderick's work, he finds all sorts of factual errors. Well, for starters, Abraham Lincoln didn't write to kill a mockingbird. Roderick doesn't really care about the mistakes, so he tells Dad to just go ahead and type the paper like it is. But Dad can't stand typing a paper with errors in it, so he just rewrites Roderick's paper from scratch. And then, a couple days later, Roderick brings his graded paper home and acts like he did it himself. This has been going on for a few years, and I guess Mom decided she is going to put an end to it. So tonight she told Dad that Roderick was going to have to do his own work this time around, and Dad wasn't allowed to help out. Roderick went in the computer room after dinner, and you could hear him typing about one letter a minute. I could tell the sound of Roderick typing was driving Dad totally bananas. On top of that, Roderick would come out of the computer room every 10 minutes and ask Dad some dumb question. Where's the space bar again? After a couple of hours, Dad finally cracked. Dad waited for Mom and go to bed, and then he types Roderick's wallpaper for him. So I guess this means Roderick's system is safe, at least for now. I have a book report due tomorrow, but I'm really not sweating it. I found the secret to doing book reports a long time ago. I've been milking the same book for the past 5 years. Sherlock Semi does it again. There are about 20 short stories in Sherlock Semi does it again, but I just treat its story like it's a whole book and the teacher never noticed. These Sherlock Semi stories are all the same. Some grown-up commits a crime and then Sherlock Semi figures it out and makes the person look stupid. Your first mistake, Mr. Beasley, was when you forgot to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Geek! I'm kind of an expert at writing books report by now. All you have to do is write it exactly what the teacher wants to hear, and you're all set. Man, Sherlock Semi is so smart, and I'll bet that's because he reads so many books. I'll bet you're right. There were a bunch of hard words in this book, but I looked them up the dictionary so I know what they mean. I guess you're a lit of a sleuth yourself. October, Monday. There was a kid named Chirag Gupta who was one of my friends last year, but he moved away in June. His family had a big going away party, and the whole neighborhood came, but I guess Chirag's family must have changed their mind because today Chirag was back in school. Everyone was happy to see Chirag again, but a couple of us decided to have a little fun with him before officially welcoming him back. So we basically pretended he was still gone. Boy, I sure do miss Chirac. Yeah, I wonder how he's doing. Hey guys, I'm right here. I have to admit, it was pretty funny. Did you just hear something? No, must have been the wine. At lunch, Chirac sat next to me. I had an extra chocolate chip cookie in my lunch bag, and I made a big deal about it. I wish Chirac was here. Oh, how he loves chocolate chips cookies. I'm not even that hungry. But I'm sitting right next to you, Chirac said. Okay, so maybe that one was a little cruel. I guess we'll probably let Chirac off the hook tomorrow. But then again, this invisible Chirac thing could turn into the next PU, Tuesday. Okay, so the invisible Chirac joke is still going, and the whole class is in on it right now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but I think I might have class clown in the back for dreaming this one up. In science, the teacher asked me to count the number of kids in the classroom so she'd know how many pairs of safety goggles to get out of the closet. So I made a big show of counting everyone in the room except Chirac. 33, 34. There are 34 people in this class. Well, that really set Chirac off. He got up and started yelling, and it was really hard to stare straight ahead and act like he wasn't there. I am a human being too, said Chirac. I wanted to tell him that we never said he wasn't a human being. It's just that he's an invisible human being, but I managed to keep my mouth shut. Before you go and say I'm a bad friend for teasing Chirac, let me just say this is my own defense. I'm smaller than about 95% of the kids at my school, so when it comes to finding someone I can actually pick on, my options are pretty limited. And besides, I'm not 100% to blame for dreaming up this idea. Believe it or not, I got the idea from Mom. This is one time when I was kid, I was playing under the kitchen table and Mom came looking for me. Has anyone seen Gregory? I don't know what made me do it, but I decided to play a joke on Mom and stay hidden. Mom went all around the house calling my name. I think she must have finally seen me under the kitchen table, but she still pretended she didn't know where I was. Poor Gregory. I all alone in the snow. Oh, boo-hoo. I thought it was pretty funny, and I probably would have stayed hidden under there for a little while more. But Mom finally got me to crack when she said she was gonna give my gumball machine to Roderick. So if you want to point fingers on the invisible Chirac joke, now you know who's really to blame. Thursday. Well, yesterday, Chirac pretty much gave up on trying to get anyone in our class to talk to him. But today he found our weakness. Rowley, do you think I exist? No, I can't even hear you or see you. I forgot all about Rowley. When the joke first started up, I made sure to keep him away from Chirac because I had a feeling Rowley would blow the joke. But I guess I kind of got too cocky and let my guard down. Chirac started working on Rowley at lunch, and he came really close to getting him to crack. If you say I exist, this corn dog is yours. I could tell Rowley was about to say something, so I had to act quick. I told everyone there was a floating corn dog hovering above our lunch table, and then I plucked it out of the air and ate it 2 bites. So thanks to my quick thinking, we were able to keep the joke going. Not as good as the regular kind though. But that really made Chirac mad. He started punching my arm, but of course I had to pretend like I didn't notice. And let me tell you, that wasn't easy to do. Chirac might be small, but that kid can really punch. Is there a flea breathing on me? Because it feels like a tiny little flea is breathing on me. Punch! Punch! Friday. Well, I guess Tyrok must have complained to a teacher about my little joke because today I got called down to the front office. When I got to Vice Principal Roy's room, he was pretty mad. He knew all about how I started the joke, and he gave me a speech about respect and decency and all that. But luckily, Mr. Roy got one crucial fact wrong, and that was my identity of the person we are playing the joke on. So that made the apologies part a whole lot easier. I am deeply sorry, and now I do indeed admit that you exist, Sheriff. Mr. Roy seemed pretty satisfied with my apology, and he let me go without even taking on any detention. I've always heard that when Mr. Roy is done chewing a kid out, he sends them off with a pat on the back and a lollipop, and now I can tell you firsthand that is true. Saturday. Rowley birthday's party is tomorrow, so Mom took me to the mall to get him a gift. I picked out this cool video game that just come out, and I handed it to Mom so she could pay for it. But Mom said I had to buy it with my own money. I told Mom that first of all, I had zero money. And second of all, if I did have any money, I wouldn't be wasting it on Rowley. Mom didn't seem too happy with that. But it's not my fault, I'm broke. I actually had a job this summer, but the people I work for stiffed me, so I didn't earn a single penny. We have these neighbors named the Fullers who live in a few doors up, and they go away on vacation every summer. They usually leave their dog, Princess, in the kennel, but this year they told me they paid me $5 a day to feed Princess and take her out. I figured I'd earn enough to buy a whole pile of video games with that kind of money, but I guess Princess is gun shy about going to the bathroom in front of strangers, so I ended up spending a lot of time standing around in the hot sun waiting for this dumb dog to hurry up and go. Come on! I'd wait and nothing would happen, and then I'd just take Princess back inside. But every time I'd leave, Princess would make a big mess in the foyer, and I'd have to clean it up the next day. At the end of the summer, I got smart and realized it would be a whole lot easier to clean up all of Princess' messes at once instead of doing it every single day. So I fed her and let her do her business on the foyer floor for about 2 weeks. Then, the day before the Fullers were due back, I headed up with the hill with all my cleaning supplies. But guess what? The Fullers cut their trip short and got home a day early. I guess they didn't know it's polite to call ahead and let people know when your plans have changed. Tonight, Mom called a house meeting with me and Roderick. She said that the two of us are always complaining that we don't have any money, so she came up with a way for us to earn some cash. Then she pulled out some play money she must have dug up out of a board game, and she called the money Mom Bucks. Mom said we could earn Mom Bucks by doing chorus and good dad stuff like that, and we could trade them in for real money. Mom handed us $100 each to get us started. I thought I had struck it rich, but then she explained that each Mom Buck was only worth a penny of real money. Mom told us how we should save up our Mom Bucks, and if we were patient, we could buy something we really want.
Though his while the test before Mom was